Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Middle Syndrome podcast, brought to you by me, Talal Jomar. Riding solo today. I have no guests on, so hopefully it's not too bad. I know the past few episodes I've had people on, Shane Miller, a lot of great feedback about that. Found him very funny. It was me actually wrote out the stuff for him to say, so I'll take that as a compliment for myself. The other one was more a conspiracy kind of podcast with Niall Bowen, and that's definitely something I'm going to be doing again. Maybe get somebody else on talking about conspiracies because I'm obsessed with them at the minute. A lot out there, so next couple of weeks, hopefully, I'll be doing another conspiracy one. So if anybody's any good conspiracies want me to look up and get my own thoughts on, please let me know. Though I have a few at the minute, I'm just getting a bit more data. There's a couple of people I want on, people who maybe think along the same lines as me when it comes to conspiracies. Look, whether right or wrong, don't know, but sure, it's good to different points of view, bit of crack. So anyway, how's everybody been keeping? Hope everybody's been keeping well, keeping safe. Actually, I was meant to do one earlier on in the week, but I thought I'd wait to see the results of the Stormont, whatever they're going to have, whether they're going to lift the restrictions. No, 1 week delay. Never met a more useless shower shite in all my life. They can organise absolutely nothing. They're useless. I feel sorry for all the hairdressers and stuff out there, barbers, pub owners. Get open. It's the only way. Open up everyone. Whoever's vulnerable, look after yourself. Shield them. Give them the support rather than people be grand. I think if you feel unwell, stay in the house. I know that reads into symptomatic and all this sort of stuff, and I know people are still down and people are getting sick, but look, we're going to have to learn to live with it. And never thought I'd hear myself say this, but I agree with the DUP, Sammy Wilson, all them boys. So but here, look, it's their own fault. We keep voting these people in, and no doubt we'll vote them in again. So I don't know what we're going to do. So 1 more week. And I've actually been doing okay. I know the pub's not open. At the start, struggled. But then once you sort of get in the habit of not going, it's fine. It's grand. But I think it's come that time of year. Christmas parties. Always love getting out at Christmas time. Especially the ones you work with. You spend all year with them. Good to get out, bit of crack, but not looking likely this year. But hopefully we get something sorted, even if it's something local. Usually go up to Belfast and make a show of myself up there. But here, if I could even get to the Mire to Dungan for a pint with the lads that I work with, it would be fantastic. So all being well, that'll happen. So what else? I think the big news is presidential election results. Donald Trump's gone. Fair play to him. He said stop the count. Sore loser, no doubt. And Joe Biden is in. And I know what to think of him. I've been reading a lot about him. He's a massive paedophile apparently. So here, but sure. Fuck, here they're probably all at it. All them boys with loads of money and stuff. So maybe in the next conspiracy podcast I'll talk about that. But anyway, yeah, Trump being a sore loser really made me laugh. It was like the first day is like stop the count, reminiscent of when you were younger playing football. Somebody just going, here, it's my ball, I'm going home, game over. I know who he thought was counting the votes. Must have been remember that woman who was like getting her head. It's like, I can't have stole the car. I'm legally blind. I can't drive. That's my American woman voice, by the way. Accents are class. She's been going on rants and raves and stuff, and you're like, alright, just give it up, Donald. You've lost, son. So he's over. I kind of actually wanted Kanye West to win. But then also part of me also wanted Donald Trump to win, just to see what he's going to do for his next 4 years, because I think he can only do 2 terms. So I would see what he would have done with the world in 4 years, knowing that he wouldn't have to go up for election again. So he just would have been flat out. He wouldn't have given a shit. It'd have been interesting to see, I think. But yeah, complete sore loser. Just take it in the chin, Donald. Pack your stuff, leave the White House. I wouldn't have much interest in politics, but sort of maybe a bit glued to the presidential election. I don't even think it's still officially announced yet, is it? I don't know. I sort of gave up whenever I heard that Donald Trump can't come back, but Joe Biden's in, so I don't know how it's going to go or what it's going to affect the world, but I still think Donald Trump's a few things up his sleeve. Don't think he'll end up back in as president, like, but I think he'll definitely do something mental before he goes. As I was saying, he goes and rants and raves, like, and he's just on Twitter and he like, fucking give it up, Donald. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, some people shouldn't be allowed social media. Me being one of them. Especially when I go on a wee Twitter rant when Arsenal are beat, which is quite regular this season. Turns me into a real negative Nelly. Can't help it, but yeah. Some people just really shouldn't be allowed social media. Like, I know somebody I know, and a few listeners of this podcast know who I'm on about. He has to comment on every single thing, just being a wee troll. He's the size of a wee troll too. Wee root bag. Always comments under everything. Yeah, some people should be allowed social media. Fact. Brings me on nicely to Lord John Kilcooney. If anybody doesn't know who Lord John Kilcooney is, he is I think he's a member of the House. He's a member of the House of Lords. That's what he is. And he put up a very interesting tweet. Do you know, again, you have to sort of admire his racism, you know. Not that that's the thing, like, but excuse me, calm down the microphone. COVID. He put up a thing going, if Joe Biden passes on, will the job be taken up by the Indian? He meant Kamala Harris. And like, what are you at? Like, in this day and age, with all the social warriors and all the do-gooders and the keyboard warriors and the fucking woke nation 2020, you can't be tweeting stuff like that. Not in this day and age. Like, definitely not. Like, what the fuck was he thinking? Like, and such a choice of words too, you know what I mean? But yeah, the Barn Kilcooney, what a name. John Taylor Barn Kilcooney, what an absolute, what a fucking class name. A former UUP, Northern Ireland as well, I think he was, yeah. But he's 82, like, so he's probably from my generation where you can just, they used to be, not that I'm fucking defending him or anything, but he's from that sort of age where, like, he would have said those things that have been normal back in the day. Thank God they're not now. But his reason for doing it was like, I didn't know her name, and then people kept like tweeting him her name, and he was like, I still don't know her name. Man's that ways, like, do you know what I mean? Complete mental case, Lord John Kilcooney. Look him up if any time of time. Look up that tweet. Very, very funny. Friend of mine shared something on his Facebook page the other day. I know it's fake, but I've laughed very, very hard. I'm actually going to play it for you. It's the Sex Offender song done by the Miami-Dade police station, but I think it's obviously fake, like. But I'm just going to play it down the phone for you. Just going to play it down the microphone for you here. So you can all hear it. Well, I'm not going to play it all. Play a bit. It's very, very funny. Listen.
As a resident of Miami-Dade County, it is your right to know the names and likenesses of sex offenders living in your area. As a public service, we have created this videotape so that you and your friends and family can stay aware, stay safe, and maybe even have a little fun. Enjoy.
Sick beat. Dr. Dre beat, I think.
Touching my neighbor's kids again. What I did was not too kind, but I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I've got a backyard and a real nice pool. Y'all should come over for a barbecue. We can make some cold drinks in my blender, but do keep in mind that I'm a sex offender.
Unbelievable. And you know what? That actually got me thinking. Do you know the Throne Courier? The way they have that around the courts. Imagine on like their Facebook page, instead of like writing them out, the person who was up for like something had to like call it out. You know what I mean? So you'd be in the complete horrors, wouldn't you? But he's like, my name's Cricko. I was caught speeding in my D Turbo. Now I've got an Osbo for drinking Bo. You know what I mean? It fuck be unreal, like. You know what I mean? Around the courts, what a nightmare. Thank God I've never appeared in there. But like, it's the thing when you open the drunk air, it's the thing you go to shoot away, like, wouldn't it? Is I just read it and see like, oh my God, I know him or I know her. You know what I mean? Drunk area, around the courts. That is actually exactly how they should do it. You know what I mean? Like, for all the shitty crimes, like. But yeah, sex offenders. I actually wanted that to be real so bad, like, because I was thinking of the actors. Like, imagine being an actor in that video that I just played. Buying the people who thought they actually were real sex offenders, like. Yeah, freaks. But anyway, drunk area. That's what anybody from the drunk area listens to this. That's what you should do for your around the court section. Put videos up of them. Even get actors, because actors aren't really working at the minute. So here, job, creating opportunities. Who is this at me? Oh fuck. Right. Yeah, it's a message on Instagram there from Sarah, Florida. Yeah. What the hell is all these sex and porn bots? Like, you had it, and then you'll see what I always laugh at, like, especially like Facebook or something. I get this random ad from this lethal looking girl in, like, I don't know, Florida or somewhere in America or somewhere else, and you're like, first thing I click on is mutual friends and see which one of my friends are the biggest creeps. It's usually always Paddy Fox or James Kavanagh. Like, how did I not know? Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, apparently the vaccine is coming. The end is in sight. Look, I wouldn't say I'm an anti-vaxxer per se, but I would be in a queue to get it. Like, do you know what I mean? You know what? Give it to the fucking celebrities first and the fucking politicians first. See what way they get on. For me personally, you know, if I had to take one so I could go about my life normally, as in like go to work, like if work says no, you can't come to work without a vaccine, I'll take it. Or if I want to go on holiday and they go, you can't go on holiday because you need a vaccine, I'll get the vaccine. But I'll not be in the queue, like, definitely not be in the queue for one, like, that's fact. But yeah, see how it goes. Hopefully it is. Hopefully the end is in sight. I hope the vaccine is 100% safe and everything, so we can get back to a bit of normality. But here, look, we'll just have to keep going. Because look, I am absolutely raising no Santa Claus this year. Apparently, so now especially like Craigavon, Rushmere, I think they said no Santa Claus are coming. So anybody who knows anyone who has a nice Santa suit, not a shit one, a nice Santa suit, ask them, can I borrow it? Because fortunately I have the build of Santa Claus. I mightn't have the skin complexion, but I'm sure we can talk myself up a bit. Probably, we've put it on Facebook, somebody complain, make himself wait. But I just want to be like, I just want to do Santa Claus for my child. Because I never got to believe in Santa Claus growing up. I know, very, very sad. I think that explains a lot in my life, actually, the way I am. Never got to sit in Santa's knee. Two sisters did, funny enough, but I think there was no, like, Santa Claus doesn't come to Santa Claus doesn't come to the Middle East. Unfortunately. Well, that's what we were told. Well, that's what I was told. And my mum made out to be like, oh my God, yeah, you know something nobody else does. And like, when you're a child, you believe it, you lap all that shit up, then you realise, fuck, I miss out on so much magic, you know. So that's why now I want to give my child's gonna get Christmas shoved down her throat. So I was gonna believe in Santa Claus because I never got to. But I don't think it affected me. Well, actually, it did. I think it has affected me seriously. But here, anyway. So yeah, that's all from me this week. Just a wee short one. As I am by myself. I have a few more people lined up to be on the podcast. Usually the ones that I do with somebody else usually last a bit longer. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Please keep liking and sharing. I've really appreciated all the I've actually received a lot of nice messages over the past wee while about the podcast. People seem to be enjoying them. Look, everybody knows what they're about. For a bit of crack, I'm not looking to be some sort of superstar podcaster, even though it'd be really nice if that actually happened. But not that it will. If it did, it'd be unbelievable. But it's not why I'm doing it. Something just for a bit of crack. Actually, must read through a couple of questions actually that I was sent. So I must, because I always do this, ask questions. People send me questions and I don't read them out. That's fitting daily put out to me last year. So yeah, I'm gonna fire through these questions here. Why the hell not? First one is from Tony Gervin. Before I read the question out, Tony, all the best in your recovery. Bad accent. Hopefully you're on the mend. Actually, Tony, I want to get Tony on the podcast. Tony Gervin, great fella. Good actor too. He's helped me in the crack theatre and stuff, so knows his stuff. So I'm gonna get him on over the next couple of weeks. Because he's housebound completely because he had a bad accident on the motorbike, but he'll be grand. He'll pull through. So his question is, four in a bed, or come down with me. I've never seen Four in a Bed, Tony, I'm not gonna lie. Sounds shite. I've watched Come Down With Me a couple of times because my woman loves it, and it's a load of dung, cringy TV. Like, though I did see one, I think it's actually a famous like clip. Boy took his defeat real bad. He's like, "Oh, you've won. You've got all the grace and decorum of a fucking leather handbag," or something. He said, took it really bad. So it was quite funny, but usually now I hate it, and I actually hate the narrator. It does my head in. He tries to be funny and he's not, and then like, fuck, Come Down is so weird. Like, randoms over the house to taste your food. Like, and it's like, of course they're gonna give you a shit score because like they want to win. Anyway, you'll never catch me and Come Down Me. It'll Come Down Me, fucking shite. Next question is from Stuart Donaghy. Good lad, Stuart. Match predictions for Saturday. We are meant to be playing this lad's team, Killymoon Rangers, on Saturday in football. I don't think it's going to happen now with the restrictions not being lifted, but when the match does go ahead, I think it'll be a lot closer than the last time we played, Stuart. I'm definitely back myself to get a goal or two. I think we'll catch us in the hop. I think he'll come in too confident and we'll catch us in the hop, We've vastly improved from the last time we played you, Stuart, so yeah. Here, friends off the pitch, enemies on it, Also, he's a massive Northern Ireland fan, so hopefully, I'm recording, so I don't even know the score. I know they were 1-0 down, but hopefully with him finish this podcast, or hopefully have qualified for the World Cup. A couple more questions. Different people. How will the Gawa do tonight? Green White Army, Northern Ireland. Hopefully they win. I don't know how they'll do. Don't really watch Northern Ireland or Slovakia, but hopefully they win. Be good to see it. I can't answer that question. Kathy Smith, good friend of mine, mad looking around the podcast. Don't do it. Can you get Abdul? Who doesn't know? Abdul is a taxman who from out of Dungan, not wise. Can you get Abdul in the podcast? Would love to, Kathy, but he's far too intense for me. Oh yes, my friend Kathy, she's doing I think I've said it before, but I'm going to give it a bit more in depth. I want to get her on the podcast to talk about it, but she won't do it. She's doing a charity cycle for women's cancer next year. She has a Just Giving page, which is justgiving.com /fundraising /Kathy Smith 1. I'll share it on social media if anybody is feeling generous around the festive period. And she's doing a 400-mile cycle through Kenya, which is not wise. Yeah, she'll be cycling 400 kilometres through the Rift Valley from Mount Kenya to Lake Victoria to raise funds for Women versus Cancer support. Fair play to her. I think she's still out training. She's going to be fueled by Percy Biggs and Marks and Spencer Sweets. So yeah, so any good fundraising ideas? Think we're doing a live podcast and I'm going to try and do, because I'm actually looking to order new equipment that'll allow me to have more than one person on at a time. I'm actually thinking of doing like maybe not 24 hour, but a long live podcast set and just have as many different guests on. COVID-19 obviously permitting. So yeah, that's was something I was going to do for just have people come on, talk about different stuff all day, and hopefully do it, live stream it. I think I figured out how to do a live stream, so I'm gonna try and get as many people involved in that. That's my charity idea. I've actually haven't even told her that, but she listens to the podcast, so she'll hear it now. So yeah, lovely girl she is, doing something fantastic for charity next summer. So every penny will help. Great cause. I'm sure we've all been affected by the big C word. At some stage of our lives, everybody knows somebody. So yeah, great cause. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and get her on, especially when I do the big long podcast. She'll have to come on because it's gonna be for her. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm actually gonna, my plan was to do it in a bar and just have people coming in. A pint, and we'll have to it's just like have a pint or something, and have a pint and have a chat. Have as many different people on. I know I've plenty of friends that would help me out, I think. So yeah, she also asked me, will the Dungan stuffs win the league? I hope so. I hope so, Calvin. Be great. Be great to see it. So anyway, folks, more questions there, but you know what? Some of them I can't answer. Paddy Fox sent me a question. Do you think I have a fake life? Yes, I do, Paddy, over in Manchester. Anyway, look, folks, thanks very much for listening. Please like and share this podcast. Obviously, I think I'm going to have Fintan Daly on, who I've had before on. I have a wee idea I want to do for the podcast next week, and he's going to be the best man for it. So going to get him on. A few other people have messaged me looking to come on the podcast. We're going to try and organise that. So all being well, content's going to be flying out, because I did take a couple of months off. I think I got a wee bit fed up with it. But no, back into it now. Equipment and all got, but I'm actually going to try and upgrade equipment again. But the thing I want out of stock, can't get it. But yeah, so keep an eye out, folks. Appreciate all the feedback, positive and negative. So yeah, stay safe, keep your distance, wash your hands. And chat to you next week. Thank you very much. Bye bye.